Welcome back to Bitter-Swede Garage. I know I said I was done with it, but they're never really done. Got the 65 Falcon back in the shop. Discovered a little problem I had with it. So, to fix that, I got these fancy air shocks here. So I discovered that I had some people in the back of the car and the tires rub a little bit. I wasn't doing it when I was by myself, but as they say in Italy, non guido le gazze grasse. Also got this 1/4 inch line because it comes with this dinky 1/8 inch line stuff. But I got these fittings from my local Wyoming automotive parts store. So got the car lifted up on jack stands for safety. Even though they're Harbor Freight jack stands, so I don't know how safe it actually is. But the guys at the mortgage should be able to identify the body. So I gotta take off my brand new shocks. I'll probably give those to my friend Chance. He's got a Mustang and he probably needs new shocks. So anyway, I filmed some other stuff earlier. I might throw it in here. I mean, basic maintenance stuff. I put a new belt on the whole fan and found a little issue with the alternator, but anyway, we'll get to it. Well, here's what I got so far. I found it's easier to just take the seat out. I'm sure that's what you're supposed to do, but get to the shocks pretty easy. I got my airline run, drilled some holes, and I actually put a rubber grommet on said holes so it doesn't wear through my airline. So there's the one driver's side up there. And then got the other one mocked up here. Going through there, got the grommet. Looks good, and that'll keep it from hitting the exhaust. Yeah, I got plenty of clearance. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to run or where to run my airline. I chose this location for the Schrader valve. So I'm gonna run the air back that way, but then I don't know if I should tuck it up in here, or I don't know. Anyway, that's how far I got. All right, I got it back on the ground. I got everything hooked up. You know, it was going a little too well until I tried to air it up. And it'd be one thing if one of my connections had a leak, that'd be easy. No, one of my brand new air shocks has a hole in the rubber boot. Anyway, I'm gonna air it up. Anyway, it leaks out pretty quick, but kind of show you once again the before. Got my trusty before stick, and then we'll air it up and show you the after, as long as it doesn't leak out before I can grab the board. So it leaks down pretty quick. Yeah, it's already so we got about an inch or so, but I'm sure that leak isn't helping it air up, obviously. But that should be enough, as long as I can get it to stop leaking, which means I had to get a new shock. So, get to do this all over again. Yeah, it's leaking. Right. Basically right here, which really sucks. But thanks a lot, Monroe, or Amazon. I just love working on the ground. But that's what these tests are for. All right, so I ordered another set of air shocks from Amazon. There's the part number. And this one seems to be holding air. So I'm gonna replace the ripped one, hook it all back up and see if it works. Well, you know what they say. Anything worth doing is worth doing at some point. Or thrice, 3 times. I don't know. More than once, you know, because that makes sense. But I've also heard just do it right the first time and you don't have to do it again. But, you know, when they made that saying, they didn't know about Amazon and their quality assurance. All right, I gotta get the bolts up top and then undo the airline fitting and take it out. All right, out with the old, in with the new. It looks exactly the same, so I guess you're just gonna have to trust me that this is a new one. And I'll push this in. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. I know I can't. But can I set up this tripod? Nope. That goes in there. So, figure it out. Alright, just put the top bushings on here. Other way. I think I might air this up before taking it off the jack stands, you know, just in case. All right, let's try this again, shall we? Alright. Did it raise up? I think it rose up. Well, I hope this holds air now. So far, so good. So I tested it for 5 seconds, so it's probably roadworthy. Doesn't seem to be sinking. Alright, I'll get it on the ground and see if it actually solved the issue. Alright. Captain's log 2025. The air shocks are doing air shock things. So far, so good. Again, this is like, 30 seconds of testing. I guess I won't really know until I get some Lagasse Grasse in there, You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you speak a little Italian. You know what I said. I don't know what I said. Here's the before and after. Not a ton of left, but just enough to get us where we need to go without rubbing. Stormby driveway, which I just cleared. And so far so good. So maybe I fixed it. I mean, it's the cheap way to do it. The leaf springs were like 300 bucks about for a pair, and the air shocks were $80 a pair, although I had to buy 2 pairs because one of them leaked, of which I'll be returning one of those packages. Thank you. So it's not my fault. Jeez, get off my back. Anyway, it's the golden hour here in Wyoming. Little cruise. You know, there's just something about driving an old car when the sun is setting. Am I right? Well, that's all she needed. Just a little lift in the rear. Still sits pretty good. It's not a obnoxious rake. Still got to do the armrests. Other than that, I mean, she's looking pretty good. That's the shot right there. Pow pow. Anyway, I'll get this back seat put back together, because that's the real test, having passengers. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you like it. We'll talk to you next time.